let's go ahead and move on to our halftime pep talk. Like I said, March Madness brings back so many good memories. Basketball was life for 22 years, and then even after I graduated from college, I still maintain and I play multiple times a week up until when I tore my Achilles about 18 months ago, but that's neither here nor there. Now, it brings up great memories just because one of my earliest memories of the bracket is because of my dad. My dad brought home, he used to bring home the bracket every single year. And every once in a while, he would actually laminate them. And the reason why he would laminate them is because I would always take the bracket, I would fill out one that we all would collectively do as a family, but I would always take one and like act out the games in the basement, playing on like my small basket. I used to do that from like 5th grade all the way up to like, I don't know how old I was when I stopped, but I used to act out the games and beat both of the teams, and it was a whole spectacle if anybody was down there watching me. But I would do that, and I remember telling my dad that I want to play for one of these teams, and I'm not sure if he actually said it or if I'm just remembering it this way, but I felt like he said something to the effect of, you have to be really good to play Division I basketball, to play for one of these teams. And like in my head, I was just like, well, I have to become very, very good at basketball because this is what I want to do. So fast forward, to make a long story short, I did end up achieving that goal and playing college ball, played at Wofford College, and that was on Thursday. On Thursday, when Furman hit that last second shot against Virginia, I couldn't even really celebrate for real. I like seeing the underdog win, but at the same time, Furman was like our rival. Kind of like if Texas is playing Oklahoma or Duke is playing North Carolina, or for my Ohio people, like if Cincinnati's playing Xavier. So I was just kind of like, I just really wasn't, I guess, too excited for Furman, just because we would end up playing them in the championship had we not lost to Chattanooga the week before. Now, we beat Chattanooga twice during the regular season, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So Chat beat us, then Furman beat Chat, and they went to the big dance and they won. Now, kind of getting off base, like I said, like I love basketball. I can probably talk about basketball more than I could talk about CHH, but let me get to my story from when I was playing ball at Wofford. Now, it was right around this time of year, so we were on our way to go to our conference tournament, and there was a player on my team who he was just tired of the season. He was ready for it to be done. And I remember thinking, like, my one goal is just to make the big dance one time. We didn't make that goal. And one of those years, a teammate of mine, I heard him say to somebody else, I'm just ready for the season to be over. And this is like days before we were to go down to the Charleston to play in the conference tournament. And he said, and I quote, if we can just go in there in the first game, have a good showing, but lose and come back, I'll be happy with that. And I was just like, no, like we weren't having the best season that year, but we weren't bottom of the pack. We were like middle of the pack in the conference. But I'm thinking like we can get on a run. If we just win 4 games in 5 days, we can be in the big dance. And I remember in the game, actually on the court with him, and this guy wasn't somebody who didn't play a lot. This wasn't like somebody on the end of the bench. He was a part of the team. And I remember like during the game, like just seeing, not seeing the fire in his eyes and being so frustrated. Like, this is our chance to go on a run. And we lost in the first round that year. We did exactly what he said. We went there the first game, we lost, and we took our butts right back home. And I was just remembering like, that's just like, we can't, I mean, like Herm Edwards says, like you play to win the game. Like you don't play for any other reason. And I tell this whole story and to use Ruslan's words to glue it all together. The reason why I tell that story is because I talk a lot on this show about the importance of community and having a team around you. And you can't have people like this particular person. I won't put his name out on blast. But you can't have people like that on your team who are just coasting. They're just going through, they have this, like, we're going to lose anyway mentality, so let's just go show our face and lose. Like, you can't have those people around you. You need people around you who are willing to get in the foxhole with you, who are willing to get into the huddle, who are willing to rip open the playbook, who's willing to rip open that scouting report of life and just really figuring out how to better themselves, to look themselves in the mirror and have accountability and be willing to be pushed. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And without any further ado, I feel like I'm talking super long because, like I say, I can talk ball a long time. But let's go ahead and get into this music, the Jock Jam segment, the Christian hip hop edition. We're going to kick things off with a song that goes by Another Win. It's by Swoop, And KB, don't you guys go anywhere. It's the Be Positive Music Show right here on Holy Culture Radio.